Good evening. I'm Maven of the Eventide, and welcome to Vampire Playthroughs, where we play through vampire games. That's
hence the name.
Games with vampires, vampire games specifically
We're very on the nose
involving
here on
vampires.
the
Yes.
Gaming Channel. Yeah.
Tonight we are playing a new game, new to us game, Vampire Therapist, which was recommended to me by someone in the comments of the last game we played through.
And the DLC was on sale.
It sure was.
We got them all.
Yeah, a lot of times the games we play through are requested by my Patreon patrons. That is paid requests where my Patreon patrons have purchased a playthrough and they choose what game we play.
Purchase a playthrough on Patreon.
Yes, but no one has
And then
purchased
we
this
proceed
playthrough.
with the playthrough.
We have done this entirely of our
First
own volition,
taste.
just based on your recommendation, because it has vampires and it has therapy, two things we love. And I like this ambiance already. I like that it's spooky gothic vampire therapy. I like that couch. That's a good couch. I like that glass of wine. I like those candles. See, if we had this kind of setting for our therapy, I think our therapy would be a lot
We do
more
have a
fun.
couch like that, except it's vinyl and it's very squeaky.
Yeah, our red camelback couch is final and squeaky. But do you think if we had our therapy sessions down there on that couch, our therapy would be more fun?
Oh, yeah, wholeheartedly.
Okay. Next couple therapy session, let's do downstairs with glasses of wine and candles and our squeaky couch.
Yeah, well, we can just cut out the therapist at that point. Because then it just turns into date night. Sorry, please continue.
So we know nothing about this game other than that it was recommended and it looks cute.
Begin!
Begin!
Oh.
It touches on sensitive topics. Yes, here's your trigger warning. I
like how it ends with, unless you're a vampire, then you're fine.
Consultation, it should not be considered a substitute for therapy unless you're a vampire. Oh, I like that it is even good enough on its therapeutic topics that anyone would even think it could be considered a substitute for therapy.
It said that it was developed in consultation with licensed therapists.
Yeah. So, nice.
Blood, sex, vampires, and therapy.
I mean, you know,
tune into us.
how many vampire stories have you read where you're just like, if these vampires just got therapy, it would solve almost all of their problems?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, if Nosferatu had therapy, it would be fine.
I mean, Louis and Lestat, just
My
like...
name is Sam Walls, and I'm a dead man. Well, kinda dead at least. See, I'm a vampire.
Vampire.
Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one
Dracula
bit.
didn't do those things.
Good.
That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror. I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace.
Yeah, the murder will do that.
After they passed on, I roamed America's majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years, figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. And I found revelation.
Oh, he's
What
religious.
I realized was, it ain't fangs that make us monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we think. Anywho, as the world started getting smaller, my old vampire gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did, but they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw.
You killed your family?
But I got hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way. Fella named Andromachos, supposed to be 3,000 years old.
Oh, he's Greek?
He invited me to come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers. I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been lucky, and now it's time to give back.
What a nice guy.
Vampires ain't monsters. Or at least, they don't have to be. And come hell or high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
What about eating people? Don't you have to do that? Don't you have to eat people?
Oh, come on. We're just trying to see the good side of vampires right now.
Right, but like, when you have vampire stories and the vampires don't have to eat people, I'm like, are you even vampires at this point?
Well, I think this is the address. Number 27, Clean Flitter Mouse Streeb?
Strasse. So Fledermaus is a bat. I don't know what a Klein is. What's a Klein?
Small.
So Small Bat Street, number 27. Immernacht. Oh, why is he still dressing like a cowboy 90 years later?
That's all he knows. That's why he's in therapy.
He says he has the internet.
It's not the vampirism, it's the vest and the ascot.
I like that he has red eyes. That's cool.
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here.
So do vampires not stay up late? Or is he just used to silence and boredom, I guess?
Wait a minute. These folk are vampires. Better watch myself.
Vampires being scared of other vampires. I like that.
Guten Abend, folks. Sprechen Sie English?
Ja, hello, Alta. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
Look at these guys. Euro trashy. Very fun. I like how they're friendly. They're offering parties right away. They got crosses, so I guess the cross myth isn't a thing. They are connected at the neck. They're chained together. They must be a couple. I am curious about the dress code. Though I figure like with vampires from different time periods and stuff, we're probably pretty lax about the dress code. So maybe I wouldn't be concerned about that. Considering I've been wearing the same clothes for 90 years, I probably don't actually care about the dress code.
How smelly.
Well, I'm gonna ask about Andromachos because if he told me to come here, I would expect him to be here, right?
I'm looking for Andromachos.
You mean the club owner? Ja, that is why we are here.
Oh, are you here for couples therapy?
If you're lucky, he will invite us to the private party at the end of the night.
You mean in the morning at daybreak?
Well, what happens there?
Sunrise?
I think maybe it is too kinky for Americans to hear.
Well, what's so special about this club?
Immernacht is the greatest club aller Zeiten. The owner makes sure everyone has a good time.
What's aller Zeiten?
I want to say it's like in the city, but I might be wrong.
I thought you took German in high school 500 years ago.
No, you're in your fanfic world again. You're getting fiction and adult news confused.
Didn't you study German?
No.
How do you know so much German?
Just pick it up here and there, you know.
I could have sworn you told me you studied German.
No, I took French and Spanish and Latin, but no German.
Have you been to Germany?
No.
Because you know all the German.
I know, yeah. I'm a bit of a polyglot, I am.
All right, okay.
If anyone acts without respect, they are banned from the club forever.
Well, it's a good thing I'm a nice, respectful guy.
You are free to do and be whatever you like, as long as you are harming no one.
Why would I want to harm anyone?
These are
But
nice
I hear that they are now
vampires.
attracting sexy old cowboys.
Shh, Maxie, he is old enough to be your grandfather.
Oh, come on now. You're just flattering me. I'm only a couple 100 years old.
Oh mein Gott, he is so cute, Reinhard. Can I keep him?
I guess I have to go through all of these, so.
Go for it.
I don't think what I'm wearing will fit the dress code.
The cowboy look is totally sexy, but you will get a bit sweaty.
I hope we will all get a bit sweaty.
So vampires sweat, apparently. Okay.
Good thing we run a little on the cold side, huh?
Don't worry, my Liebling. We make each other warm.
Reinhard, stop. Don't scare the American. I want to do that.
Maxi Liebchen, you're so naughty tonight.
No, you are the naughty one.
These guys are adorable.
Oh, I definitely ain't an American no more. I can cut loose. What kind of party is this?
The kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
Oh, you're them kind of vampires.
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do
Why is
not,
he glowing?
I'm thinking our night is ruined.
Huh. I don't know what the glowing means. Is that like a hunger thing? Like, do I have to go drink blood or something now? Or
Oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it.
oh, is it my spidey sense?
It
Oh,
reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampire. Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of. There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown. And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine.
Okay.
I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there.
Oh, interesting.
I look into the vampire psyche.
It's like in Gray's occupational therapy for his ADHD. He has rock brain. He has, like, what were the other ADHD, like, brain goblins that he could get that, like, kept him from, like...
Yeah, I can't think of them, though.
Yeah.
I know the ones you mean.
I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Okay, so I have to guess which one she's doing. Will you remind me? Okay.
Cowboy bloodsucker. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Cognitive
subtle.
dissertations. So, funny ways we think. High noon mind is thinks seems black or white. So that's high noon mind. So she's doing high noon mind right now.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing. It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown. The night's full of possibilities.
Reinhardt, I don't know what this means, but I like the way the sexy American talks.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Yeah, so high noon mind, the black and white thinking, that's definitely the thing. Is this ADHD therapy, or is this autism therapy? This sounds familiar.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
Like, is vampire therapy specifically neurodivergency therapy? Like, if vampires have funny ways of thinking, special ways of thinking, like the same way people with neurodivergency do? Like, is this not just regular therapy?
Well, is, like, he the therapist, or is Andromachos going to be the therapist?
I think Andromachos is the therapist, but, you know, he says that he's gotten into therapy lately. Like, he's making his own notes. So that's why he wants to go study with Andromachos.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, he's developed his own lingo and his own cowboy words for these things, but I'm sure there are, like, technical, scholarly words for these same things.
Yeah.
You have to get past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
Maybe I'll have a little word with him. Excuse me, friend.
Oh, man.
I hear you're the man to talk to around these parts.
Look at those ears.
I'm here to see Andromachos.
Like his thoughtful growl versus his, like, regular growl.
Have fun, mate.
He likes me. He let me in.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
Cowboy, what about us?
They're with me. Bring them joy. Dash, why would I?
Yeah, sure. They're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Light.
Well, come on, you two. We ain't got all night. Yeah.
Okay.
Dang, awful loud in here.
Come on, my liver, dance with us!
Oh, you kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Tarnation. I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this. I better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos
Do
is.
vampires drink drinks?
But pardon me, ma'am.
Well, all the drinks are red, you see.
But are they drinks or are they just blood in fancy bottles?
Well, look at you. We get a lot of 80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s. What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
But do I guess vampires drink non-blood?
I never drink Red Bull.
Ah.
I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
Might be. What do you say your name was?
Crimson.
I did.
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
Okay. So that's not high new mind. What is that? Where she's self-deprecating.
That's saloon thinking.
Awful names. I'm a failure.
Oh.
That's hot branding. Yeah, saloon thinking is when she gets all hot-headed like I'm invincible. Okay, so she is hot branding herself.
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence, not just a drink machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all you are.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are. Tell you what,
I think
let
you
me
have
give you something from
confidence
our
issues.
special reserve. I don't think you're looking for booze.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
You met some gods, honey. They're here to dance and have fun.
So all these people are mortals?
So those weren't vampires? Those were just
goths.
and I can't tell the difference between vampires and humans?
You're also not very good at the masquerade either.
Apparently.
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience.
Oh, that's the special party at the end of the night.
The draining ritual.
The Too Kinky for Americans party. So they thought I was just a dude. They didn't know I was a vampire. Is she a vampire? She doesn't have red eyes, so maybe she's not.
He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
I guess she's not.
I guess that's the bouncer.
Huh. Yeah, the bouncer had pointy ears. So.
Bert?
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here.
Yes, he has red eyes.
Growls attentively.
I like all his different growls.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Have fun, mate.
She's American and he's British, and we're in Germany, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
And Act 2.
Howdy. It's Sam Walls to see you, sir. The guy who's been sending you all them V-mails.
So I diagnosed her with some like specific vampire brain thinking, but she's not a vampire, so she doesn't have vampire brain thinking, so maybe she was just...
Well, I mean, I guess these things are rather universal.
Sure, but she claimed, I was just testing you, so maybe she really was just testing me. Yeah. V-mails. Do we have like our own special vampire?
Well, they can't use Gmail. That's copyright. Vampire mail.
Yeah, but is it like psychic or something? Like...
Well, open up his book. His email address was in there.
Is it his V-mail address?
Yes.
Cowboybloodsucker@vmail. Oh, yeah, so it is like Gmail. Okay.
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin.
I love him already. He doesn't have red eyes, though. That's cool. Trying to think of what his accent is. I guess it could be Greek. Sounds like vaguely Eastern European, but...
Don't all vampires, though.
Right, yeah.
The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
Yeah, this guy's a psychiatrist. Or an ancient Greek philosopher.
Frontier psychiatrist.
He might be Socrates.
Well, you should be honest, yeah.
No, I've been working on it, though, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and I can tell him about my book and stuff.
I've been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
I mean, I don't know if that's true.
Then you must prepare to learn a most difficult lesson. We all need help, Samuel. I am pleased that you have come to receive mine.
Look at him. Look how sexy and sophisticated he is. That is a vampire.
Very swarthy.
Well, he's, Mediterranean.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless. Please, sit down. What an absolute pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
He's so happy. Look at his happy face.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for answers.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help. You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
Well, dang. I think you're going to be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
I have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
You know what? If I became a vampire, I might become a vampire therapist.
You'd be a vampire therapist?
I think, at least I'd do it sometimes. I'd dabble. As opposed to just like reading
You would
books
say
all the
you would
time and going all to the
moonlight
museums.
as a vampire.
No, that's something you would say. I
That's-
would never
that's
say
definitely
it.
something I
Yeah.
would say. I apologize for nothing.
No, you never do.
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your own life better than most. I was particularly intrigued by these revelations you had while walking in nature.
Oh, yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better. After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try, though. See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive. Or we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something.
What's that meme? It's like, if you think everyone hates you, you need to sleep. If you hate everyone, you need to eat. If you hate yourself, you need to shower.
Yeah.
And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
Cognitive whoozy what now?
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
I guess I'll go through them one by one.
I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do or die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder. But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marcus Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
You mean Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor?
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marcus was a bedroom name.
Oh, were they a couple?
You mean you and the emperor were...
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake.
Hey, you're a cowboy. Most cowboys were gay. What
Yeah,
are you
okay.
being
Apologies.
about?
I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this.
But he's a
high noon
cowboy. People went to the Wild West, become cowboys because they were gay and ostracized by their societies.
I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but I like to call it Nosferatu thinking.
Okay. I mean, my therapist calls it black and white thinking, but sure.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
Why is that? Why does Nosferatu mean that?
Nosferatu not seeing color?
That's pretty funny.
I don't... Oh, because Nosferatu movie is in black and white.
I get you. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful. Not every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
Yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu thinking.
So it changed my definition here.
Yep.
I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking. I will repeat them if you miss it.
So I guess this is supposed to be like therapy 101 for the player as well?
Well, yeah, it's like a tutorial, so you can recognize when you're playing through what all these
Yet
are.
they had the disclaimer at the beginning that we're not supposed to take this as real therapy in any way whatsoever.
It can still teach you terms and like ideas, but it's not actually giving you, the player, personalized therapy.
If I do not drink blood, I will surely die.
Okay.
Death eventually comes for us all.
Okay.
Mortals will always fear our kind. Did you miss my Nosferatu thinking? Let me start over.
I think it's the third one.
If I do not drink blood, I will surely die. Death eventually comes for us all. Mortals will always fear our kind.
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not. Always is such a terminal word, is it not?
Look how happy he is. Look at that smile. I love this guy.
I know, he hasn't had a chance to
discuss
talk like
more
this
of
in
your
so long.
revelations with me?
realized that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
Oh man, it make me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff
So
out
is this
earlier.
like catastrophizing or?
Yeah, but I like that they're not just doing therapy, they're also doing ancient Greek philosophy.
Mhm.
Like by having their therapist be like basically Socrates or Plato, then we're like really going back there.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm in college philosophy 101 again.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush. What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy.
But neither of them give the person actual control. Like the person does not have actual control in either of the situations.
Maybe that's why it's a fallacy.
Yeah, so either the illusion of control or the lack of control, but they have no actual control.
Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah, you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang, and maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions keep us from facing reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
Oh, no, you're being tested. That's a control fallacy.
You're testing me, ain't you? That's a control fallacy right there.
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful, but the cosmos holds no awareness of Andromachos.
Andromachos. Yeah, he doesn't say Andromachos.
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 Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative. Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one. The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it. My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you could always pick up a new one. Or there's lots of them just waiting for a loving home, so you don't need to be lonely.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified.
Oh, so are you just gay? Well, I guess Cleopatra was a pharaoh. Maybe he's bi.
Could be.
I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent.
Oh my goodness.
But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
I'll say.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
See, I used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard. Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard, but that's how I was choosing to brand myself. My old gang's still around, and they're still branding themselves like that. They can't see themselves as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling. You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate, we create prophecies we are doomed to fulfill. For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I was an unstoppable warrior and assassin. But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had.
That's so cheesy.
See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements. I am so old, I am ancient.
I mean, that's true.
Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner. How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot of killing, but reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
You're a bad guy, but you're not a bad guy.
You are a person who has done some mass murder, but you are not a mass murderer.
That's right, yeah. Don't let the mass murderer just, don't let that become your identity.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Water under the bridge.
You are correct. Labels can be cages that we lock ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
Those are not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before me. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
I think that's all of them. Or at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took you merely 2 centuries.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
See, I don't know if that's untrue, because, he was an ancient Greek philosopher. He was probably understanding these things way back then.
Could be.
Just
now they have definition,
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Are you now? Tell me, Samuel, what kind of cognitive distortion are you exhibiting when you call yourself a dope?
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch myself, huh?
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves.
How come control fallacy and labeling don't have cute names like Nosferatu thinking?
Right?
Either they should all have it or none of them should
I
have
know,
it.
I thought they were all going to be thematically. I liked his Western names better.
Yeah.
As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges. One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind, then I am well satisfied. I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure that you understand the concepts of labeling, control fallacies, and Nosferatu thinking. I will give you a series of statements, and each one will contain a cognitive distortion for you to identify. I will begin.
I didn't know this game would have a quiz.
I like it.
If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
That's Nosferatu thinking.
We can turn into bats?
Well, yeah, it's a vampire thing. Natch.
And we just poop when we do it? We just poop anywhere?
Well, what else are we gonna do?
Well, that ain't right. He's acting powerless, like a man clinging to the whiskey bottle. What Andromachos say that distortion was?
I guess that was control fallacy then. Oops.
That was?
If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
Huh. I don't think that was a very clear one at all.
No,
All right.
Well, that there's a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got no control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests.
You could also lay down some newspaper.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toilet trained. Very good, Samuel. Let me try another.
Maybe turn into bats outside?
I am Andromachos, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
Well, that's definitely some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia. It was most stifling. Let me try another then. If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
I guess the Nosferatu thinking always starts with an if.
Yeah, I guess so.
As far as this game goes. Though, did the bat one start with an if?
I think so. I mean,
I don't know.
It kind of goes between the two, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to have one of each. So
Yeah,
it's gonna
this
be-
is this could be control fallacy too. I'm gonna end up living in the street.
That there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really
How do you
an
run your
object to
club
me
at a
anyway.
considerable loss?
That's what he wants to do.
But how come your club isn't profitable? Or at least breaking even? What's wrong with your club? What's wrong with your club? What's wrong with your club? What's wrong with your club?
Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed. I would very much like to teach you my ways, but I must demand something of you first.
Is it penetration?
Anything. I'm here to learn.
Really? Anything?
You must receive therapy yourself. I will not have you seeing clients without a commitment to your own mental health.
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
Oh, come on, Sam. Do you want to learn or not?
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been speaking in cognitive distortions since the moment you walked into my office.
I have. I didn't even notice.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them. You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
Well, all right, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this, old cowpoke.
We have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance, drink your fill. We will begin tomorrow.
Okay, then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
Well,
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
All right, then, Andromachos.
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 Hey,
Just call me Andy.
Andy.
I like it.
Andy, the ancient Greek philosopher therapist.
All right, Andy. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
Huh.
And see.
And see. All this time with the club music in the background.
Dang, look at all them mortals, sweating, blood pumping. I am thirsty. There ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on a dance floor.
Why? Are you shy? You're a vampire? You've been alive for 200 years and you never learned how to dance?
Maybe I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
If it isn't Clint Eastwood again. How'd it go, cowboy?
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I'd better get used to things around here.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
Oh my goodness. So I guess Andy is bi.
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar. Found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Okay.
Dang. Must have been a sight.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked vampire inside of a mountain. We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula. But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind.
You are telling me to go out there and assault the children on the dance floor?
That's what they're here for.
Seriously? I'm allowed to just go out there and, like, neck rape them? Really? Okay.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Why am I so shy about dancing? I thought cowboys, like, did line dancing and stuff. Aren't they into, like, country
Reinhard,
music?
look, it's the sexy old guy again.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you will definitely get lucky.
Oh, I get to have a threesome with these guys? I don't think Sam likes men at all, from the impression I get, despite being a cowboy.
He seems very traditional.
Very traditional. I don't even know if he likes women at this point. I don't even know if he likes anything.
He might be ace, as far as we know.
Yeah, he might just be like a very sheltered, keep to himself cowboy.
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what I'm after tonight.
Yeah, see, he don't want nothing. He just wants to be alone with his thoughts and his horses and his rope.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by us.
What's biomes?
With us.
4 different ways I can possibly reject them. Okay. I guess this is the most honest.
I ain't buying you a drink. You ain't exactly my type.
Oh, we don't want to marry you. We just want to have fun with you.
He has a point, Sam.
You kids are too much. Look, kids, you seem like nice enough folks, but I wasn't planning on buying drinks tonight.
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder. They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Dang, really? I ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
No wonder he's... I guess we found out what's wrong with his club.
Call it a drink exchange.
Huh. So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment here. Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
Oh, you're gonna call it a kink room and scare the American, okay?
Wait, kink room?
Mm-hmm. You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome. I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you. Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
Ach so, ein Vampir. I'm thinking we are all getting lucky then.
My neck scrubs with anticipation.
Dang. Guess I'm going to a kink room. Thanks, Crimson.
I knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be boring.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
Oh,
Not yet. Not yet. Poor choice of words.
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into biting.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me with those?
That's the plan. Who's going first?
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up. Remember, Sammy boy, just stick the tips of them fangs into the blue veins and we'll all have a nice time.
oh, I have to, like, bite blue veins, okay. This
I
is...
guess like when it's more like.
Oh, here's a blue
here-ish.
vein, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is hard. How do I avoid the red
Wait.
ones?
I mean, you can hit S to skip, it says. So if you're not feeling comfortable doing so.
Wait, okay, I do it with the...
I mean,
Oh, das
I
hat
think I hit
sich
the red.
gut angefühlt.
I think I hit it on red.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Well, sure thing. Come on over.
Ouch! Meine Arterien!
Uh-oh.
Dang it, let me try that again.
Oops.
Oh, shucks, I missed. It's a little dark in here.
Oh, this is so embarrassing. This never happened to me before.
Do you need me to guide you, Honigmörchen?
Yes, please. The tips of the fangs into the blue veins. Okay.
Oh, Reinhard. The hot old vampire wore me out.
Does that mean I got it?
guess so.
I'm
Me
confused.
too, Maxie. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
I don't...
Guess he works in IT.
Reinhard, mein Zucker Fledermaus. Ich bin so müde, sexy zu sein.
What does Zucker mean?
That one I don't know. I mean, it could be like sucker as in bloodsucker. Like little vampire bat, perhaps.
My sucker bat.
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
The pegging?
Oh, right, that thing. Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Did I pack my coffin?
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
Yeah, I figure I could use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
Oh no, honey, don't sleep at the storage center.
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin. I insist. You must be well rested for the challenges ahead.
Challenges of therapy.
Don't you have to like have your own earth and stuff?
Some vampires don't need earth.
Oh, okay.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh? I should get a good day's sleep.
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
Well, dang.
Dang,
This is
it's got a
mighty plush.
TV in it.
Guess it's one of them smart
A
coffins.
smart coffin.
I like it.
I like it.
Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation. Not sure I should stay up watching movies, though. Well, ain't much else to do in here. I think it's about time I hit the hay. Hope I'm cut out for all this.
And see.
Aww, this game is precious.
Samuel, good evening. I hope you slept well.
Well, that was our first day of, or first night a vampire therapist.
First time for a mole boy in Germany.
It's interesting playing an American repressed cowboy from the Old West gone to very kinky Germany to meet a very kinky ancient Greek.
Well, yes, I'm going to the kink room.
To learn about therapy rooted in ancient Greek philosophy.
Hey, this is why we paid $15 for it.
Yeah.
It was right on the tin.
Huh. And so Sam here is going to get therapy himself, in addition to also becoming a student of therapy and learning about therapy. And from the start menu, there's some options here.
I guess those are probably like episodes.
Yeah, these are different stories.
They've been adding on to it, they said.
Yeah.
Like, the patches with different, like,
Yeah, I think this
free
is
DLC.
I think this is the DLC.
No, the couples therapy is paid DLC, and I think the other ones are like
free DLC.
Free.
Yeah.
Free DLC.
So, after we finish this game, we have these things that are totally different things we can do. Which is interesting. Very cute. So, yeah, like when it comes to the role playing, like there's pop quizzes that you can either get right or wrong, and if you get them wrong, you get a second chance to get them right. There's the biting, which there didn't seem to be much consequence for me not doing it well.
Yeah, I think it's just something to mix up the gameplay a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, mostly just seems like a visual novel. Like, there's not much... Like, no matter what option I chose, it went on and made me choose the next options anyway.
I know, but still, that kind of interactivity helps you kind of internalize the lessons, as it were.
Yeah, and like, they gave me 4 ways to reject the couple, but I seemed like no matter which way I rejected them, it would have resulted in the same results, so...
I know, that's just the way RPGs work. You know, you answer the way that you want to answer.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that choice will come up later on. It's like, oh, I remember last time you said you did not want to buy us a drink.
Maybe. We'll see.
Have that little, like, telltale thing. It's like, Reinhardt will remember that.
Yeah, if you've played this game and you have anything interesting you want to tell us that doesn't have any spoilers, please do.
Or even something not interesting. It's good for the algorithm.
Yeah, comments. Please comment. In the algorithm. Oh, I have something interesting to tell you. We finally watched Nosferatu. Speaking of Germany.
It was a very long movie.
Oh, you loved it. It was beautiful.
It was good, but it could also afford to be an hour shorter. But it was definitely an every frame a painting kind of movie. At least the first half of it. The second half just kind of dragged for me.
You probably would have liked it better if we watched it earlier in the day. You're old and you got tired.
Yes, but, you know, it's true. I have no rebuttal.
Speaking of vampire movies, what's new in vampire news? Sinners is out. We have to go see that.
Oh, yeah.
That just came out. I've been surprised so many people have been like, oh, Sinners, I didn't realize it was a vampire movie, but it's apparently a vampire movie. Like, if you watch the trailer, I don't know how you could not know it was a vampire movie.
What was the other movie we watched before that one?
We watched
Lady in Black?
Woman in Black.
Woman in Black, yeah.
The Daniel Radcliffe movie from 10 years ago, which I had just read the book, finally, the classic novel, Woman in Black.
Really good movie up until it deviated from the book. And then...
Yeah, when they did the whole, like, we're going to exorcise her spirit and dig up the body of the child.
Hey, spoilers. People haven't seen it.
But, like, none of that's in the book. Ugh.
I was angry for, like, 3 days
Yeah.
from that movie.
But, you know... I like him as an actor. I like the gothic setting. I like movies and books where the house is basically a character. That is a true gothic movie. Paul is looking at the Nosferatu popcorn bucket.
I just wanted to see if it actually
tin.
had, like, his sigil on it, but it does.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
sigil.
the whole Nosferatu popcorn bucket. This is not mine to keep. I'm holding it for a friend until my friend comes to get it.
Yeah, and she's never going to see that again. We have 2 of them. Where's the other one?
Under the bed.
Okay, that's the one they'll never see again.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so tell us how you are enjoying Vampire Therapist in the comments. Tell us about any other vampire news, coming up in the comments. Anything in the comments for the algorithm. We are so close to getting this channel monetized.
Hurrah!
So close. Besides just getting to 1,000 subscribers, which we're very near to getting, we also have to get to a certain number of watch hours. So please keep watching my videos. Let them play on repeat. Send them to your friends. Yeah, once I get enough watch hours, then we can start doing live streams, because I don't want to do live streams until this channel is monetized, because you know.
I know.
Yeah, so these videos are monetized through Patreon. Thank you to my Patreon patrons. Everyone say thank you to the Patreon patrons.
Thank you, Patreon.
They support these videos. They make these videos possible. But live streams wouldn't be monetized through Patreon. So if I were to do that, I would like them to be monetized through YouTube. That would be nice. If you have not been on my main channel lately, Maven of the Eventide YouTube channel, I have just released a new vampire review over there, which I haven't released in a very long time, so that's exciting. Go watch my new video over there. It is on the German vampire movie, the first German vampire movie ever in the history of Germany since Nosferatu, the remake of Nosferatu.
And what a film it is.
Not to be confused with new remake of Nosferatu.
Everything's a remake now.
It was the remake of Nosferatu. Did you know there was a remake of Nosferatu in 1979? Starring Klaus Kinski.
No.
Made by Werner Herzog.
Oh, then yes. Because I'm familiar with Herzog's body of work. You must bring me the baby.
So, Germany made Nosferatu in 1922. And then in 1979, it remade Nosferatu. And it had no other vampire movies till 2010, when it made We Are the Night. And that's the movie I'm talking about on my other channel. So yeah, go watch that video.
And like some sort of vampire stigma in German movie culture?
Well, they went through some stuff in Germany, and I guess they weren't really into horror anymore for entertainment.
Yeah, I could see how, that would...
And, the thing that was popular in German cinema was comedies, and they had a very, very successful cinematic comedy oeuvre in German film. A lot of comedies, and, they didn't want to invest in horror over there.
Well, that's a downer. Good night, everybody.
What else is new in vampire news?
You want to tell them about what's coming up in California?
Oh, yes. So the Buffy the Vampire Slayer convention is coming back again this summer. Hellmouth Con.
Yes.
Yes, Hellmouth Con on the Hellmouth, because it is being held at Torrance High School, which was the filming location of Buffy the Vampire Slayer,
And
which also happens to be... No, I didn't go to high school there. When I was in middle school, I took classes at Torrance High School because I was a nerd, so I took advanced biology and geometry at Torrance High School, but it was the year that they were filming Buffy there. So I was there when it happened. And then I went to a different high school that was just for math and science nerds. But I was there. So I will be there at Hellmouth Con on the Hellmouth in June. So if you are in the Southern California area and you're a Buffy the Vampire fan, you should come out to that convention and see me and see all the Buffy fun stuff. They will also have some actors and stuff from True Blood there, and I'll be moderating a panel about True Blood, so that's going to be exciting. Pretty much everything else is going to be Buffy focused, though.
I don't suppose we got any Skarsgårds in...
No.
No, let's try.
There's only one Skarsgård in True Blood. Not
Right.
the Skarsgård from Nosferatu.
Right. I always get all the Skarsgårds mixed up.
Just like one giant amalgamation of Skarsgård
It's just,
in your mind.
it's just one like Skars amalgam.
Well, Bill Skarsgård, who's Nosferatu, was also the vampire from Hemlock Grove.
Right. And I still never forgiven him for that.
Yeah. Poor kid.
But he was also Pennywise.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
The dancing clown, yeah. That kid's got range.
We already played Vampire the Masquerade, and if this vampire had like a colon next to it, it'd be Vampire the Rapist.
Oh my god, why would you say that?
Good night, everybody.
Oh,